What up, everybody? I'm Trent, and welcome to my podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about top 3 beginner animes. I know a lot of people are starting to get an anime, with the new years and the newer generation, and I know some people, try to watch anime and they don't know where to start. There's a lot of them. You don't know if you're gonna like it. You don't know what it has in store. Some are too long. Trust me, I understand. As someone who has been watching anime for a long time, I would say my word's pretty valid. I've watched a lot of anime over the years, and I think I've conjured up my top 3 beginner-friendly animes that you can start watching and it not be too overwhelming or, too intimidating for you. Should I do an order? Nah, I'm not gonna do an order. I'm gonna just do 3, not in order. Starting off, we're gonna have an honorable mention. Honorable mention is gonna be the Studio Ghibli movies. Those those are classics. I mean, you should just watch those just because, I feel like those are just classics. I feel like everyone should watch at least one. And if you like those, then that's almost like the perfect gateway to anime, because it's such a good animated series of movies, and you can just watch them with family, friends. I would that's definitely an honorable mention, starting with one of those, because very good stories, very sad, and just they're good. But yeah, that's an honorable mention. We're coming in at number 3. This is in no order, but number 3, we're gonna start off with Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen, it does look intimidating for the regular watcher, but let me explain. Jujutsu Kaisen is a newer anime that has come out, and it has definitely taken what makes a regular shonen anime good, but it kind of expands on the places where they're weak at. So that's why I recommend Jujutsu Kaisen over other shonens like Demon Slayer or Naruto, because where these places not fall flat, but where they don't exceed, Jujutsu Kaisen kind of does it a lot better. And that goes for character writing, plot, story, because obviously you don't want to watch something and you feel like you're watching it for no reason. You feel like the story's not going nowhere, and you feel like, okay, what am I watching? Jujutsu Kaisen has good direction. It's very complex. That's the only merit to it. But if you can get past that, very good. Has good action, has good story, has good characters, has good writing. They're likable characters. The good villains, just good backstories, good relationships. It has everything. I like to call it the jack of all trades, because it has a little bit of everything. And you're definitely going to find a character that you like. You're going to find something about the story that you like. And it's just overall just a good anime. You really cannot go wrong with Jujutsu Kaisen. And I think as a first anime, someone getting into anime and not knowing what kind of genre that you would kind of like, I feel like there's a little bit of everything in Jujutsu Kaisen to where you can figure out what parts you like about it and kind of take your niche, your niche genre from there. It's one of my favorites, so really nothing but positive things to say about it for sure. Number 2, I'm gonna have to put Death Note here. Death Note's a classic, iconic. I mean, everyone knows Death Note. Everyone knows Light Yagami. Everyone knows L. Everyone knows Death Note. I'm gonna write your name in the Death Note. It's it's iconic. It's just one of those animes where, if you like mystery, thriller, psychological, those are for my psychological fans. If you already coming into anime and that's the type of stuff that you like, you're gonna like Death Note, because Death Note, while it doesn't have any fighting in it, the psychological aspect of it, it's some of the best, among the best. It's aged really well, really good anime. I mean, you really cannot go wrong with Death Note. It's such a good anime. I think that, honestly, Death Note and I'm going to put Death Note and Monster in the same spot, because while I think Death Note is a lot more beginner friendly than Monster because Monster is a lot longer and the beginning of Monster is really slow, that's why I will put Monster behind Death Note in this position. But Monster is another good psychological one, very good. It's not beginner friendly, but I'm putting them hand in hand with each other because they're both like the iconic psychological animes that you could watch. I recommend Death Note, a lot more beginner friendly. It's way shorter. It starts off a lot faster. Like it's not really slow in some areas. Gets right to the nitty gritty. Gets right to the good stuff. That's what you want when in a beginner friendly anime. You don't want something that's dragging you on and you have to watch 15 episodes before something pops off. You want something to engage you, take your attention, and keep you watching throughout, so it can spark your interest in watching anime. So that's why I say Death Note. If you really like that genre, you should definitely take a look at Death Note. Very good anime. Number one spot, I'm gonna have to do another honorable mention another honorable mention is going to be Demon Slayer. Now, I'm a Demon Slayer hater. I cannot lie. For all my Demon Slayer lovers, I'm sorry. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It has good characters. It does fall flat in a lot of areas though, but if we're talking beginner friendly, something that will engage you very quickly and keep you engaged in the beginning of the show as it goes on, Demon Slayer is good for that because it gets straight to it. It has decent character development, like decent writing, decent plot. It's not the best, it's not the worst. Very mediocre anime in my opinion, but it deserves an honorable mention because I know a lot of people love it, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Demon Slayer for sure. There's really nothing wrong with it. But that's definitely on there for anyone who's looking for like an action, gory, not gory really, but like very fast paced action. Not much. There's story, but not its strong suit for real. Definitely a lot worse than Jujutsu Kaisen in my opinion for all of those aspects. But one spot, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna shock a lot of people actually, but I'm gonna have to go with either Hunter x Hunter or Akudama Drive. Now, a lot of people probably don't even know what Akudama Drive is. I know everyone knows what Hunter x Hunter is. The only reason why I'm not really the biggest Hunter x Hunter fan because the older animes, the older I get, I can appreciate them, but I just feel like there's a lot better out there, and I feel like Hunter x Hunter, it definitely suffers from what a lot of the older animes suffer from, and it's just they get dragged on a lot. That's what was the problem with a lot of these older animes, is that they get drugged on a lot. It was a lot of stuff not happening for a while, but that show is good. It's good. If you watch it, you're going to like it. Actually, I gotta put Soul Eater up here too. Soul Eater's another good one that not a lot of people are gonna put it, up in the top 3, beginner friendlies. Soul Eater's a good one for sure. I think Soul Eater that's definitely a good. It's short, engaging, good story, good characters. The whole nitty gritty. It's the whole shebang. You can't go wrong with Soul Eater, and you can't go wrong with this one that I'm talking about, Akudama Drive. I doubt anyone even knows that anime. It's a very low key anime. But man, is it good. I mean, like it's real short. Real short. I mean, we're talking, I think 10 EPs, 11 maybe, and you could finish it in a day. And you'll be engaged the whole time. Good, quick story. I mean, good, just snap of a finger. Good, quick story. Good, quick characters. It gets in, it gets out. No season 2. It gets in, gets out. It does good. Obviously, it has some weak points. I'm not gonna lie. Some of it really doesn't have like a very complex story. It's a very above the surface level type story. So You're not about to, if you're looking for like a, I have to think outside the box, I have to, use my brain type of plot, then it's really not. It's, very surface level, but it definitely gives you everything you're looking for in a beginner anime. It's engaging, has action, has funny moments, has comedy, it has thriller, some sick fights, good animation too. And that's another aspect I haven't been ranking, but animation, all these animations on these animes, top tier. Very, very good. Cannot go wrong with the animation. You're gonna love it if you're very big into like animation and how things look. You're a very big fan of just the time and love that are put into these animations. Then you can definitely appreciate these animes on this list. But yeah, Akudama Drive. It's a short one. Not a lot of people know about it, but I might have to throw it up here because I have recommended it to a lot of new anime watchers, and I know for a fact that they have it on their top list of watched whenever they tell me. Out of all the new ones that they've watched, it still remains in their top 3, maybe even top 2. Because it's just good. Like, there's really no slow. It's never slow. There's not an episode where there's not something going on, and that's what I love about it. It's very, very good anime. So yeah, I think that concludes the list. Any more honorable mentions that I would like to put on there? For my romance fans, the only reason why I didn't put romance on here is because obviously that's a niche genre that not everyone is, akin to. Not everyone likes romance. I like romance personally, but if you're looking to get into romance anime, if that's what you like, and you want to watch some romance, then you could definitely start with Tsukigai, which is my favorite. That's my favorite romance of all time. Or Toradora, or White Album 2. Those 3 cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong with those 3. Those 3 are literally the introduction to romance animes. If you watch those, then you're going to know if you like romance animes, because that has a little bit of everything for you. It does. As far as romance goes. But that's why I'm not putting them on the list, but they definitely deserve an honorable mention, because I know some romance watchers out there. Y'all are out there. I see y'all. There's nothing wrong with I love a good romance. I cannot lie. I love a good romance. But, yeah, I think that's going to conclude the list. Obviously there's not some, household names on this list like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and Bleach. Bleach being my favorite anime definitely does not make this list because they're just not beginner friendly enough. They're very long. I feel like they take too long to get ramped up. Like I said, they all suffer from the old anime syndrome where they get drug on and there's a lot of stuff not happening, a lot of fillers. These newer animes don't be having much filler. It's a straight story, straight canon story, plot. A lot of those older animes have a lot of fillers. You don't know what to skip. You don't know what to watch. It just becomes a lot of, hassle watching it. And, 300 episodes, 400, 600. Like, not beginner friendly. They are good. I will be making my top 3 veteran list and mid list. Like when you're like you're not like a heavy anime watcher, but you're not a beginner either. You're kind of like that intermediate. You're kind of like you watch a lot of anime, but you still need to know what to watch. Like you still need some good anime titles. I'm gonna make a separate episode for that. But yeah, those just are not beginner friendly enough in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that they're not good. Obviously, those are household names. Some of the big 3, can't go wrong with those. But yeah, not beginner friendly enough. The ones I named, I think that's gonna conclude the list. Actually, yeah, I think that's gonna conclude the list. I think I got something for a little bit of everybody up on there, and yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Probably gonna do top 3 veteran animes for vets, like heavy anime watchers. Like you don't mind the 4 seasons, the 5 seasons, the 6 seasons. That's like what you do. I'm gonna have a video for y'all I'm gonna have an episode for y'all. And yeah, that's gonna conclude it. I'm Trent. I'm out, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.